Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
On this episode of the podcast, we catch up on this week's latest news, along with some unfortunate circumstances for Kirrok. And we get to talk about the rather absurd issues with YouTube that apparently we have. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast with your host, me, WarpedJester, and my... Oh, wait, he's gone. So FYI, guys, it's going to be a little different lineup tonight because Kirrok managed to throw his back out playing VR Kanoja, or Kanojo. VR. Anyways, so he's gonna be out tonight, unfortunately. However, to stand in his space, we actually have SnapSkip over here. Now, this is the part where we say hi.
What's up? Hi, everybody.
Now, for those of you who have actually been around for a long time, you'll actually know him from the early podcast. He's actually way back episode 7. He actually was on with us, and he had a different face. He actually got a facelift. Totally changed
Shaved off the fur.
He kept the fur. Well, yeah, he started the fur, but he's still there. Same guy, nonetheless. And also, to regale us with the perspective of the other sex, we have our wonderful and our professional and expert on teledodonics, Linz.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the perspective of the other sex part, but I'm here.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Technically classify as female last time I had a conversation with you, so I'm just going to classify that as we're now a more rounded and fair podcast, now with, 50% more woman. Anyways, so tonight, guys, we got our usual rundown of the week's interesting news for gaming, tech, and other, and there was really a lot more we really could fit into it, so we've scanned it down a little bit. I won't bore you with the details of crap like the fact that Mark Zuckerberg sounds like a effing robot, because, oh my god, did he sound like a robot. And there's a whole bunch of game nostalgia stuff coming out. I did pull one out for you guys to ogle at, but basically Shenzhen or whatever it is, they're remastering that for PS4 and for Xbox and all that happy jazz, so we'll go ahead and cover a little bit of that while we're at it. And then for tonight's main topic, there's not really a whole lot of interesting things I really want to dive into, so I figured we just go ahead and wax poeg about the allegations of the super evil YouTube tracking your children, which should be entertaining at best, just because I think it's kind of a farce. But nonetheless, we'll bring you the details, and you guys can make your own judgments. That said, let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into tonight's speed bits. And to start us off here, I actually want to talk about something that sounds like a rehash, but I swear to God isn't. It has to do with PUBG and lawsuits on clones. Now, this is not last week. Last week we talked about PUBG suing clones. This week is about clones suing other clones. I swear to God, I don't make this shit up. So, we talked about last week how PUBG was not very happy about a couple of Chinese mobile game studios basically cloning PUBG for the mobile device, and one of them that was named in that was NetEase, and they have come out and decided that they need to protect their intellectual content by suing some other companies that are cloning or copying their Rules of Survival or Knives Out game, because legal processes state the need to protect their intellectual properties that they copied from another game. Yeah. There
That's
you go.
legit enough. Yeah.
Anyways.
That's kind of a switch. You know what else is a switch?
What else is a switch?
Yeah, apparently a hacker has made it possible to back up your saves on Nintendo Switch, which, out of the box wasn't possible. And
yet it is.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and yet it is somehow, even though they said they couldn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, before this, if you lost your console, like your save games were gone, your data was gone. Trying not to murder his name, Bernardo Giordano,
Better than I would have done.
Yeah, a computer engineer announced that he was working on a save manager prototype for the Nintendo Switch, which also allows users to create backup save files for games, basically.
Well, God bless him for that.
Pretty cool. I mean, if you could save your games on the Switch, it might, make people invest a little bit more in the Switch and Switch games, but not as much as people are freaking investing in GTA 5. GTA 5 is now, it's now the top grossing game, but it's also the highest grossing media title.
Yeah.
Like, more than Star Wars or Gone with the Wind. It has sold 90 million units and it's made $6 billion since it's come out. And that's not counting microtransactions within the game. Yeah. So GTA 6, not coming anytime soon. GTA 5 is still way too successful.
If you people complain about not getting GTA 6, it's your goddamn fault.
It's
you keep getting your friends to buy it.
Stop buying GTA 5.
I still blame Dano.
There you go. Blame somebody else. In the American way, then we sue them. Speaking of blaming people, let's talk about the king of con, Mr. No name here. No, Billy Mitchells, who was the proprietor holder of King Kong records. Not anymore, actually. So way back in February, we actually talked about how Jeremy Young, who maintains the authoritative book on Donkey Kong high scores, called into question some of the playthroughs that Billy had submitted, saying that there were screenshots in there that were basically not functionally possible. That this had to be an emulated game, which basically disqualifies him in that regards. Sadly, though, this has gone into the worst way possible. Not only the fact that he's lost his title as certain record holder for King Kong games, but the fact that his records have been wiped from Twin Galaxies, as well as the Guinness World Book of Records, not only for achievements in King Kong, but every achievement he's ever registered, including one for the first perfect game in Pac-Man back in 1999. Oopsie! I do love this. A quote from Owen Good, the writer of this article. I love this quote. That mullet, that crazy tie, the cocky glare, the hot sauce, goddamn, Billy knew how to work it. Billy Mitchell, age 52, knew how to be the bad guy, knew how much money there was in being the bad guy, 10 times more than Logan Paul, Ninja, or PewDiePie, or some other floppy-haired shit-for-brains half his age on Twitch and YouTube. Well played, sir. Well played.
Well, Billy might have to find something else to help him be a bad boy. And he could use... new to America, a Japanese erotic game. Apparently, this is pretty common in Japan, I guess. But this is they're making their American debut. It's called Kanojo, I think, is how you say it.
Correct.
It's a sweet, emotional title about you and a disturbingly young-looking girl that you can hang out with, and watch her sleep, and laugh and talk, and you can touch her back and unhook her bra, and things can get a little woo. So in America, you can't go all the way. There's no home run in the game, but it's here in VR.
Kirok was very excited about this.
See, that actually sounds like something really good for, someone that's well endowed, or even better for someone that's kind of mini. And speaking of mini,
Oh, God.
there's a new Genesis coming out, a small handheld version, kind of like the NES that came out not too long ago, and SNES that came out for Nintendo. It's dubbed the Mini Mega Drive as of now, but they're expecting another title. So it's time to come out on the 30th anniversary of the system. So that'll be interesting to see.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to be very excited about this because even though you don't hear them nearly as much, there are a lot of Sega fanboys in relation to Nintendo fanboys. Not as many, but nevertheless, a lot of them are out there.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a ring tattooed on their shoulder somewhere, I'm sure. If you have a tattoo of rings from Sonic the Hedgehog, please make sure you send those pictures into us over here at BRG, and we'll be happy to post them for you in our Discord or anywhere else you like. Anyways, interesting news from Motherboard. Apparently, there is some wonderful ransomware that we love so much, and you couple that with the game PUBG that we love so much, and you get two great flavors that taste great together. Yes, it is the PUBG ransomware that locks all of your computer files unless you play PUBG. Yes, that's right. No money, no other threats to expose some sensitive pictures of you in a hotel room with some porn star. No, they just want you to play PUBG. And it's actually a pretty sloppy one at that, and the fact that all you have to do is start to play the game and immediately start unencrypting the files. Or you can just execute a file that has a certain name to it they're looking for, whether it's PUBG or not, and it will start unlocking your files. So, yeah, I mean, somebody has some rudimentary hacker skills and really likes PUBG and wants to have people play with them. So,
I mean, PUBG is a really popular game, but you know what else is popular? Marvel movies.
Go figure.
Avengers Infinity War is actually predicted to double the pre-sales or the actual ticket sales of Black Panther. And they're actually expecting Infinity War to outsell all 7 of the previous MCU movies combined, pretty much.
Which is pretty insane considering the fact that in the last 7 movies, there have been some absolute blockbuster sales. So it really speaks volumes. We were talking about literally this one movie outdoing all of the other ones combined.
It's Disney printing money, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a segue for this.
You didn't try hard enough.
I not at all. Not at all. No, but it's J.R.R. Tolkien has been gone for a long time, but his son Christopher Tolkien has been publishing some of his unfinished works. He's going back and editing them and, maybe adding some to, I don't know. I haven't read anything that Christopher Tolkien has published in J.R.R.'s name, but he's I had no idea that he's 93 now. But
really?
Yeah, Christopher, like his son is 93 years old. But he's about to publish this year The Fall of Gondolin, which is supposedly like the first Middle-earth story that Tolkien tried to tell. And it's very, very like good against evil, the stark contrast between the two, and all of the characters that we know and love from the Middle-earth universe, elves and, so it's supposed to come out this year. And I might have to go back and read the other ones that Christopher Tolkien has published, or the other one that he's published, just to see how they compare.
It's a love story. I'm really curious about this. I've enjoyed the movies from this. I respect the fact that that Tolkien is really the godfather of fantasy.
Yes,
everybody can point to him for the element of hobbits and elves and everything. This is the genesis of it. So to see what was considered, by his own words, the first real story in this world will be very curious.
Yeah. Side note, the book is actually illustrated by Alan Lee, who illustrated The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So it should have that genuine Tolkien feel.
And how old is he now?
Hang on, I
don't
can
know.
still do it. Have that artsy look where everything's shaky. You can whack him tab that has like an account for shaking, it'd be fine. One last little thing for you guys before we drop off here for the speed bits is a little note about warranties and voiding your merchandise because you're trying to fix it. I only want to put this in here just because it's kind of an FYI for people. So, you know those little stickers on the gadgets that tell you warranty void if broken kind of thing? So if you want to replace your battery or go to a service center to have them take care of something, they're not an officially licensed Apple service center or anything like that. The FCC actually wanted to make clear, however, that these warranties are, in fact, illegal. As a matter of fact, they said this when they fired off warning letters to 6 different major companies, including automobile makers, as well as device makers, video game console makers, reminding them that, no, you can't just say that it's void because somebody wants to try to do service on there. Now, you can still have your warranty voided if you do stupid shit to your things. But just because you go to somebody to have a battery replacement like that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be void. So just FYI on that. And this is actually a law that's been on the books from 1975. That basically says anything over $15, you can't do this. And this may be, this is in the news now because there may be more stuff coming down the line regarding what they might have. They might create some new legislation furthering this, basically saying that you can't restrict hardware or replacement parts or things like that to yourselves only or anything like that. So just FYI to you guys. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and shuffle on. We don't have any game releases this week because Kirok is down and out due to his VR fix. But we do have some interesting conversation in terms of our main topic. So let's go ahead and dive in there. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and dive into the main topic tonight. And the main topic this fine evening has to do about the evil corporation of Google, in this case YouTube, illegally collecting data on our children. And it's horrible and it's evil. We should all boycott YouTube right now. After you finish watching this video and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button first. But after that, we should boycott it totally.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't have kids, so.
No horse in this race?
Not really.
It keeps them quiet, so they can
it's
collect
the
data.
telesitter. Okay, so before we get into the weeds here, let me explain to you what's going on here. So basically what it boils down to is this wonderful article from The Guardian, among others, is there were 23 different child advocacy groups that came together to lodge a complaint with the U.S. Federal Trade Commission alleging that Google is violating the COPPA, which is the commercial-free... God, what the hell is the acronym for that damn thing? Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA. Basically what it is this is the law that was put on the books to protect companies from gathering data on children. Specifically, for some reason I don't understand, they put the arbitrary number at 13. 13 is a magical number where kids can actually sign up on a website and check, yes, I am of 13. If you ever wonder why it's 13, COPPA is the reason for it. So the idea is anybody under 13 shouldn't be tracked, shouldn't have anything going on there. Now, the issue they're having is that while there is a YouTube, and then there's also a children's YouTube, which is actually not a part of this situation, these child advocacy groups are saying that YouTube is knowingly and willingly catering to children under the age of 13 on their main YouTube channel and tracking their data. Okay. How does this happen, you might ask? Well, because anybody can go to YouTube and look up, Five Nights at Freddy's or how to dab or whatever, regardless of their age, and can look up these videos and watch them. And of course, for the fact that you're watching videos from a particular IP, a particular system, or if you actually cheated and got a login for Google when you're not supposed to, because anybody can say, "Well, yes, I'm over the age of 13." They can track the information. Now, this is where we start getting into the rough on things here, because while I understand where they're coming from on some of this stuff, some of the logic they have here, in my opinion, is a little bit off in the weeds itself, because what they've basically already stated is, well, sure, somebody can lie about their age and watch YouTube when they shouldn't be, and I'm not really sure how I think YouTube's supposed to compensate for this, but they're also saying, well, but YouTube has stuff that's specifically catered to children under the age of 13, which, to be fair, there is a Disney YouTube channel, and it does have content that is specifically geared to under the age of 13. So, this is where we start kind of diving into the back and forth about this, and I want to get Snap and Linz in on this and get their thoughts on it, because I'm curious about what your guys' initial impression was when you first looked at this article. So, Snap, I'm actually going to pick you off first here. Just when you first read this article and kind of scanned over it, what was the first thing that popped into your head?
Well, I'm just wondering what are they really tracking? That like a 6-year-old likes looking up videos on poop emojis, or
fair enough. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's like with anything else. It's I'm assuming here that it's tracking the person's preferences and history and whatnot, and building that evil digital profile of somebody without their knowledge or consent. And again, to be fair, if you watch videos, even if you're not logged into YouTube, but just the fact that you're watching a series of videos from the same IP, from the same computer, it is building a profile of not, you specifically, SnapSkip Jr., but this entity that is watching these types of videos. And they start catering video commercials to what you are watching. So effectively, they're taking, that series of 6 different, poop emoji videos they like so much, and they're applying commercials related to that kind of content to them. So that,
I mean, I get that, but I mean, I still don't. Honestly, in all this, I don't really see that much harm, because I mean, they're just going to hit the skip icon like anybody else.
Yeah, well, that is a good point. And to that end, though, I don't think anybody really pays attention to commercials nowadays. We've all learned how to tune them out, but kids may be more susceptible to them. I know my kids, for example, when they're playing Flash games on some of these games websites, they'll sit there and sit through these advertisements. Even when the advertisement says skip, they still just kind of sit through them. So they're being exposed to them. I think that's part of the thing that's really kind of making people have a meltdown. That said, my concern really is trying to apply how they think that Google is somehow culpable for this. And Linz, if my kids sit down in front of the computer and go to YouTube and start watching YouTube videos, is this Google's problem? Is it their fault? And should they be culpable for it?
Oh, God. I have so few fucks to give about things like this. I understand that we have stumbled into a society where everyone is trying to make bigger corporations and companies responsible in some way for who is using their services or consuming their content. Mm-hmm. And I think we've gone way too overboard, because kids, when they get old enough to be curious about anything, it doesn't matter if it is a video on YouTube that, it might not be for kids, and they might see an ad for a Budweiser on it because it's not a specifically geared towards them or protecting children enough. Those same kids will go into an incognito browser and look up Pornhub, because kids are curious about adult shit, and they always have been. So late at night, when your parents are asleep, before before the internet was fast enough for porn, and your dad subscribed to the Playboy channel, you sneak into the living room and you turn the volume almost all the way down. Yes, and you turn on Cinemax or the Playboy channel or whatever it is that your parents happen to have, that they have no idea that you're watching at 2:00 in the morning, because you're just a fucking curious little kid who sees body parts and goes, oh, okay. There's something I want to know more about this.
Does anybody else here remember flipping through the channels and seeing that one quote unquote scrambled channel where the video was all effed up, but you can still hear the moans?
Yeah. And every once in a while it would scramble in such a way that you could just kind of see like a boob.
Yep. And like, I'm pretty sure I saw a boob. I'm pretty sure I saw a boob.
Yep.
Yes.
Like that's
3 hours of scrambled TV and I might have seen a boob.
That's what kids do. Stop. Just stop it. Stop trying to protect the children.
So to be fair, and not to chastise you, but to be fair, one thing to point out here is the issue is not so much about my kids watching a video on YouTube and seeing a beer commercial, but it's actually completely the other way around. And that is that they are being tracked and that they are formulating or creating a profile of them so that they can actually target them with relevant ads of Elmo instead. And this is what kind of boggles my fucking mind, is there was the whole big deal with the FCC and the crackdown of what could be shown on TV because kids might see it. Like, you cannot see a Marlboro commercial on TV anymore because a kid might see it. And when you have children's television, you are very restricted in the type of content you can advertise during commercial breaks. It has to be geared to the kids, be safe for the kids, be appropriate for the kids, etc. That was a concern about kids seeing things they shouldn't see in the way of commercial advertising. This is completely goes on its head. This is the worries about them building a profile on your child, so your child sees content appropriate commercials for the shit they're watching. Right. This is like this is where it goes back to me melting down about the whole, oh my god, Google's evil, Google gets a profile on you. Yeah, Google has a profile on me and I don't get tampon commercials.
Well, I mean, the funny thing about the whole thing is that, cartoons that, even when we were kids, were just ads for toys anyway.
Right. If you're watching Ghostbusters on a Saturday morning, you're going to get a Toys R Us commercial on television. I don't think this is evil.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I just don't. You have to be 13 to get an account. You can lie. That's not Google's responsibility.
Nope.
Or you're on your parents' account. Yep. Presumably, they have handed you a device that allows you to watch YouTube, and hopefully they know what you're doing. They may not know exactly what you're watching because no parent can be present 24/7 for every single video.
I look at my kids' history avidly, just for the record.
And
that is actually one of the perks
using the history.
That's actually one of the perks about it. My kids have not discovered incognito yet. So I can actually look at their browsing history and look at their video history, that my kids have actually had their phones taken away from them again because they were watching content that wasn't approved. So, and there's another thing about this that it kills me, is very poignantly, as Linz pointed out, it's not Google's fucking problem and their responsibility to try to extrapolate that the person who just said, why, yes, I'm over the age of 13, or just logged on Google without actually logging in and started watching videos to try to somehow ascertain that this was a 10-year-old doing it. It's not Google's problem. I hate to say this, especially being what I am, but it's the fucking parent's responsibility. And to be fair, SnapSkip kind of alluded to this early on, YouTube and Netflix and all of them, they are the new telesitters for the new modern age. I will admit, there are times when you need some downtime to get laundry done or be in the other room taking care of dishes or whatever. And the easiest solution is let the kids have some downtime watching videos. For me, I literally walk in the living room and say, okay, Google, please play, Octonauts on the kids. Don't you oh, son of a bitch. Well, my kids are watching Octonauts now in the kids' room because I have Google Chrome, I have Google Home, I have all the other stuff, so I can do that. I can literally say, hey, G word, I play Octonauts on the Kids Room, and it will play Octonauts on the Kids Room either through Netflix or through YouTube. Like if I say Octonauts, it knows Netflix has it. If I say Mickey Mouse, Clubhouse, they don't have that on Netflix, but it knows it's on YouTube, and it'll put that on. And that's my prerogative. Yes, there is content that is geared towards children under the age of 13. That's because me as a parent wants to show that to my underage kids. That's the whole fucking point.
And of all the things that YouTube, does, this is the least thing to worry about.
Yeah. No, there's another damn good point, Snap, and I agree with you. There is so much other shit going on right now with just YouTube alone, let alone just the whole protecting children abroad outside of YouTube. And you guys are harping about this.
Right.
Give me a fucking break.
For that matter, with as much of our data as is out there, the Equifax, breach was far more terrifying than this. Targeted advertising, that's what we're gonna freak out about. Targeted advertising. The fact that kids are seeing ads for kids and adults are seeing ads for adults. This is the big evil that we need to fight in the world. Find something else to do. Protect children in some kind of viable way, Copa.
Oh, but we are, because we have Congress have passed those legislation that makes sites like YouTube and Facebook and Craigslist accountable for other people's posts because of sex trafficking and children, smuggling and everything else.
You're ruining the internet. You're ruining the internet. Pretty soon, the internet is just going to be illegal because there's no entity that can be responsible for as many people as use their services.
There really isn't. And here's the worst thing about it is when you have situations like this, they go after these companies with frivolous things. And if this goes to court, then it's a waste of time and money for lawyers who go to court to battle these things. And to be fair, anytime any of this kind of shit comes up, it's a cost to the company, which is a cost that will be passed along to you and I in some form or another. Even with a service that is free, where we are basically the thing being sold, somehow it's going to end up being on our shoulders and weighing on us, whether it's more commercials or however. But I think Linz really said it best. We're sitting here harping on a company that is in fact using technology for once that actually keeps our kids from seeing irrelevant content that they shouldn't see in favor of what they should see, and people are having a meltdown about it. And it's just like...
Right.
Did I miss the memo about what logic was here? Because I'm pretty sure we're in Bizarro world and all our faces should be squared off. Because this is about as weird as it gets.
Because it's like Copa's saying, we got you on a technicality though. Ha ha. You need a parent's consent before you collect information on,
And that's parents' fault. Okay, so let's change gears here for a moment, because if there's a way to somehow apply some type of responsibility to Google here, let's talk about the aspect of that there is specifically content that is geared towards underage kids on the main YouTube site. And they know this. They have a Disney channel, there's a Nickelodeon channel, etc. They know there's content there that really is geared towards the 12 and down age groups. Now, yes, totally legitimate, legally allowably, I am using my Google account or an unlogged in Google YouTube account to go to YouTube to bring up this geared towards underage kids for my kids to watch. Is there some way we can apply some responsibility, or at least request some responsibility from Google, from YouTube, to say, listen, you know for a fact that this content is geared for children under the age of 13, or possibly people who are really, really stoned. I cite Teletubbies for this, and that you should actively note, address, and not track information on this content.
Not really, because there's even just normal YouTube content creators that aren't connected to any existing, whatever company that are making content for that age group on the main channel.
True. Fair enough.
Yeah, and sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I just talked over both of you this whole time. I mean, why do you let me do it?
I actually
No, but I mean...
lost my point anyway, so.
Sorry. We're talking about machine learning here, as far as what's serving us our advertisements. If you want someone to be culpable in some way, then all right, fine. YouTube, update your terms of service.
Mm-hmm.
And that everyone that is over the age of 13 who legitimately signed up for an account acknowledges that there is a data collection process that goes on in the background, and that targeted advertising is a thing that exists on the platform. So if you allow your children or anyone under the age of 13 to utilize your account or your devices to watch YouTube, then you are hereby giving consent for that targeted advertising algorithm.
Well, and here you go. Here's a solution. So, being this is a content platform, and not with new legislation withstanding, assuming the old school safe harbor where YouTube's not responsible for the content necessarily going up, but we'll take action. When we put content up for like Bottle Rocket, we can classify it as adult, not only for adults. Maybe have one that specifically says geared towards people under the age of 13. And then Google can say, okay, you're flagging it specifically as content intended for under the age of 13, so we'll make sure not to apply any sort of algorithm or tracking to it. So there you go. You 23 different child advocacy groups. We have now helped you in your way to not track things for children. So now when my kids sit down and watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they can get pre-roll commercials for douche.
Right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, where is the win in this? What is it you want to have happen? Because that's the solution right there. We will not track your children and have specifically targeted ads for them, and they'll see things they shouldn't see, like a Marlboro commercial.
They just want them all to watch YouTube Red.
Which is different from RedTube, kids, and don't look that up, please. All right, Snap, any closing thoughts on this you can think of that you're curious about or just want to get off your chest?
I have thoughts.
Even if they piss people off.
No, I mean, not really. I don't really see the harm. I mean, they're collecting data on everybody. It's not really harming kids, so I don't really care.
Fair enough. Linz, your closing thoughts?
No, I agree. This is a non-issue. This is just somebody had too much time and they needed a new issue to bring up.
Think of the children.
Think of the children! I like to take this opportunity to let you guys know that coming by the end of this year, the Christmas season, the BRG is going to be launching a new channel on YouTube, which is going to be the BRG for Kids channel. And we'll be having
God.
Are you going to put your top hat pickup on there too?
Oh, God. I can already see the lawsuits rolling in.
Story time with Uncle SnapSkip. And
oh, God.
Let's talk about...
We'll rerun old Rocket League videos, and they'll love that.
Oh, God.
Which we'll have to make safe for kids. Nothing but to continue with beep, 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 beep,
yeah.
beep, beep, beep. Oh, my God.
Haven't you ever heard of Balls Deep?
God. Kids, parents, moms and dads, there will never be a kids-appropriate BRG. I'm just going to be upfront with you right now. At best, we're going to try not to piss off too many adults, let alone anything to do with their little youngins. If you're letting your kids watch this show, it is your own damn fault as a parent. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, guys, I certainly do want to hear about your thoughts and opinions on this. I'll be honest with you. This, as Linz so finally put it, this is such a non-issue, in my opinion, that it's ridiculous it's coming up. But it was one of those things that's so fucking stupid. All I can think about is there must be this collective of 23 different advocacy groups. They're nothing but a bunch of forgive me for this, but a bunch of nannying conservative Christian Republicans with bird glasses and a little throw over and the chain coming out the glass going, well, this is just not proper.
Cunts.
That's the word. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Go ahead and post them down below. I certainly do want to get people's input on this, as always, because it's an interesting thing. And in all fairness, for much as we kind of snap on it, if you have a different view on it, I do want to hear it genuinely. I like to have dialogue and find the other side of it. This is one of those conversations I can't be devil's advocate because I can't see the benefit here. I really just can't. I can see how to quote unquote fix it, which I think just makes it worse. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll see what there's anything we're talking about next week. That being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get things wrapping up here, so we'll be right back. All right, as always, guys, we have come to the end of another wonderful show. We need to go ahead and wrap up and go to bed because we're all old farts that don't stay up late anymore, apparently. But I do want to say a very big thank you to our wonderful guest tonight. And again, over here to my left is the ever-famous SnapSkip. Thank you again,
I
sir.
love you too.
Aw. And of course, Linz, that's always with us here. Linz, do me a favor. Tell me what's going on in your world.
Oh, geez, not much of anything. I posted a Rocket League video today.
Yay!
Yeah, it's only been a little over a year. So
there's new content on NotQuiteNerds channel. Woohoo! Now wait a minute, you played Rocket League today.
Yes, but I posted something that I recorded months ago.
Okay, because remember, you can't post things within 24-hour period.
Oh, no.
So, yay, new content on YouTube that's a month old. Yay! And, of course, you do have a Twitter channel, so you can go follow Linz and her tweets. Because everybody likes tweets.
Yeah. I occasionally, once every 3 or 4 months, post something snarky.
You know, guys, you can't just go over to Ball Rocket Gaming and find her there. She's a lot more active on our Discord than anything else, just for the record. And we also got good old SnapSkip here, who is a retired entertainment specialist, and is now being Mr. Awesome and doing other things that are actually real world stuff.
Yeah, I don't strip anymore, so.
You should
you said I was an.
You should see his pink top, ladies and gentlemen. It was beautiful. I was grasping at straws, okay, man? Give me a break. No, seriously, guys, you can find SnapSkip, again, also over on the Ball Rocket world, universe, sphere, whatever you want to call it.
I'm in the Discord sometimes.
You are in Discord sometimes. Matter of fact, I can pretty reliably get hold of you that way, even. It's kind of a strange thing.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, guess what? Our website is up! Yay!
It
is. It's kind of basic, but it gets you the information you need to know, which is like how to get in contact with us on Discord, Twitter, and all that good stuff. We do have a couple of little things here, like donors page and staffers and whatnot. We also have our Discord pages, as we said, so if you want to talk to us, Discord is a great way to find us. If you want to get to that, go to BarRockGaming.com and just scroll down to see the Discord button and click on that. That's an easy way to do it. See? Easy. BarRockGaming.com, Discord. Also, in addition to that, we also have, of course, our YouTube channel. Hey, look, you're here! Yay! While you're here, we do have a subscribe button that you are more welcome to click on if you'd like. If you want to keep up with what's going on here. You also, of course, have the like button. We always appreciate you liking things if you like them. Yeah. Don't be a liar. Actually, be a liar. I don't mind. If you don't like it, you can click the like button anyway. I don't care. I really don't.
Slap it.
Slap it. Just give it a little... Anyways. Hey guys, guess what? We also have a Twitch channel that actually our wonderful podcast is going to be moving to very soon. Matter of fact, May 5th is going to be our first episode that's going to be live streamed. We're going to be doing it every Saturday night at 10 o'clock Eastern time. whatever the Eastern time is, be it daylight savings or not daylight savings or what the fuck ever, because I fucking hate this time system so much. Holy sweet Jesus. Anyways, so yeah, we are going to be doing this as a live stream from May 5th on. And again, we are changing the format up. We'll be doing just the news and only the news here. Main topics are going to get pushed off into a new show called Defective Discourse, which is going to be debuting May 1st on the channel, which is going to be Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in those kind of things, please make sure you set yourself a reminder and join us over on the Twitch channel. As a matter of fact, while you're at it, why don't you make life easy? Head over there, follow us on that channel, and that way you'll know when shit's coming up. And we're not the only ones that are contributing to this channel. We actually have a bunch of other bottle rocketeers that are committing some time to the channel and actually streaming content on there. So if you want people to see people like Zez and Thomas and so on, you can actually head over there and check their content out as well. We do host other people's channels. So if you ever want to see Ruark's long format, edit nothing, no fucks given live streams, then by all means, this is the place to do it. It's like watching the sausage being made every single day. It's like watching the sausage being made in a glass house. You see everything. It's wonderful. We love it. We love it so much. And we do have a Patreon account, so please make sure you head over to the Patreon and give us lots of money. Because in this way we can buy lots of stock in Teledildonics. And make Linz rich, because she's the queen of it.
I just have one question.
Yes?
Is Ruark gonna end up on BRG Kids?
I'm trying to imagine how much editing. I think if we actually take Ruark's Minecraft Let's Plays and edit them down to actual kid-friendly content, we actually might get like 5-minute shorts out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Ruark will be on the BRG for kids. We're all gonna go to hell.
This is basically true.
Yeah, it really is. Hey guys, seriously, if you want to keep up in touch with us, make sure you head over and hit all these different sites here. Talk to us, say hi to us, give us love, stick your finger up somebody's butt. We love it. And we'll connect with you and do stuff with you. We do a lot of fun stuff, get together and play games once in a while, create lots of content, have a good time. So I definitely encourage you to check all that out. And again, give us lots of money. Thank you guys so much. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch you next week. No bye.
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 There you go.